and welcome back to the Penguin Panel portion of the Jambar Sports Extra. I'm your host, Will Anderson, joined, as always, by the lovely
Jordan Bond
and Will Staton.
Let's get straight into some sports, why don't we?
Celebratory cheers ran through the locker room of the Youngstown State University baseball team after their first series win of the season against the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee last weekend. Before the series, the Gwins faced Akron on March 31st in a shootout loss 10-11 where senior Sloan Ulrich gave up a grand slam. The game ended in a walk-off RBI by the Zips. On April 3rd, YSU traveled to Wisconsin to face the Milwaukee Panthers in a 3-game series. Milwaukee took the lead early in Game 1 before junior Nathan Beckley fired off 3 RBIs for the go-ahead scores. With the help of senior Garrett Cutting adding on an extra run, YSU took Game 1 5-3. In Game 2, the Panthers took an early 4-1 lead by the third inning before senior Jack Messmore engineered a scoring drought that would last the rest of the game. Beckley added 2 RBIs, and junior Brady Shannon added a home run to win the game 7-4. This victory sealed the Gwins' first series win of the season. The Penguins fell in the final game after Milwaukee's pitching held them to 1 run. Beckley sits atop the batting charts with freshman Alex Jang with an average of .281, 14 RBIs, and 2 home runs. He stands alone at the team's top fielder with 147 putouts and 3 errors. Youngstown State will travel to face Wright State University on April 10th. For more information, visit ysusports.com. Baseball is back. I'm really happy to see that baseball is officially back. That's our first series win of the season and our first Horizon League series win. What do you guys think?
They are back, but before we look at what just happened, I think we need to take a little look back at what happened last week. Do you remember the hot take that you had the last time that we had this show?
Oh, no.
Do you remember?
Oh, no.
Well, Will Anderson, I have a little present for you.
Oh, no.
What was that about Sloan Ulrich being maybe one of the better pitchers on the team? And he gave up the grand slam that led to him losing, I believe, is what it was.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways, dunce hat aside, what are your hot takes, Mr. Anderson?
Well, I think not a hot take necessarily, but just looking at the stats, Jack Messmore obviously helped them get that win against Milwaukee with those engineering a scoring drought. And looking at his stats, he's now 3rd in innings pitched, 4th in ERA, and 8th in strikeouts in the Horizon League as a pitcher. So we've always obviously talked about Gebhardt and how dominant he's been as a pitcher, but it's helpful to have some more help in that bullpen. And right now, Jack Messmore has been that help.
I mean, we've also seen a lot better batting as well with Nathan Beckley adding 2 RBIs and Brady Shannon adding a home run to win the game 7-4 last week. I feel like we've done a lot better offensively as well. Do you think that in terms of defense, we've also been keeping up?
I would say, obviously, if you just look at their losses, a lot of them have been 1-run walk-offs at the end of the game, so that's something you need to do. But getting that first series win got to feel amazing, especially in Horizon League play, which, as we've mentioned in all sports always, that's when it matters is conference play.
Of course. But, I mean, moving on, if we want to go on to the next story here, let's look at the women's side, where the YSU softball team picked a series win over Robert Morris University, splitting a doubleheader with Niagara University as they improved 20-14. Youngstown State opened the series with 7-4 extra inning win. The Penguins rallied back after falling in Game 2, winning 20-0 as they set new program records for RBIs and runs. The team went for 11 straight unanswered points with great performances from Bella Meyer, Kennedy Dean, and Saya Moyer. YSU kept the momentum up into the following matchup, bouncing back from Game 1 with Niagara to win the second game 9-1. Youngstown State softball returns to action April 14th against Mercyhurst University. So, guys, once again, we have a great team stepping back where they might have had some issues before, and I think we're making a comeback here as well. Will, what have you seen stats-wise?
I mean, yeah, for softball, I think the biggest stat is the week before we talked about they had a record-breaking game against Northern Kentucky University where they put up 17 runs, and that was the Horizon League record. And then literally week after against Robert Morris, they do the same. So they've just been, their bats have been hot all year long. They have multiple players in the high 300s hitting. It's just they are going out there and they're looking to dominate the Horizon League right now.
And let's take a moment. Let's actually look at some of those players that are in the high 300s with Gilkerson, Wilkerson, Moyer, Meyer, and Dean all averaging over 350. I mean, especially Dean. You wanted to talk about her, right?
Kennedy Dean, that's somebody that I'm very comfortable saying is doing a great job. When we're talking about hot bats, she may not have the best average, but she has the second best OPS on the team with around over 1.100. She also has a team-leading 47 RBIs, 8 home runs, and she is slugging .710. She is doing an amazing job. And if we're talking about the hottest bats on the team, you have to say Kennedy Dean is the hottest bat on the team with the stats that she's putting up.
Without a doubt.
You're absolutely right. There's nothing else to say about it. Just the bats as a whole, and especially Dean and some others, they've just been absolutely electric for this team. They've had great pitching to help them keep them in games as well. But that's keep them alive, and that's for the reason why they're currently sitting top of the Horizon League.
Of course.
When we'll be back, we're going to get you some golf and lacrosse, so stay with us.
Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
Thanks for staying with us. Why don't you go ahead and swing into the first story here, Will?
Will do. The Youngstown State men's golf team traveled to Indianapolis for the Don Benbum Butler Spring Invitational, where senior Ryan Sam led the Penguins with a 3-round score of 210, tying for 11th overall. Junior Michael Porter added a 32nd place finish, as YSU placed 10th as a team. On the women's side, the Penguins continue to dominate. At the EKU Colonel Classic, Youngstown State captured its 4th team win of the season, finishing just 1 stroke ahead of Eastern Kentucky. Junior Niranuch Prajapanic led the way, earning her 3rd individual title of the year and setting a program record with 9 career victories. The momentum didn't stop there. YSU followed up with another strong performance at the YSU Spring Invitational, securing its 5th team victory of the season. Sophomore Valentina Pena Anaya clinched medalist honors, while Prajapanic and Maddie Schultz both finished inside the top 4. The Penguins now turn their attention to the Therese Hessian Buckeye Invitational, set for April 17th and 18th in Columbus. Golf has done super well so far. The men are solid, but the women are more than solid. Women are crushing it. Who are some big names that you guys have seen so far?
I mean, the name on everyone's mind, not just because it might stumble us a bit, is Niranuch Prajapanic. She has been dominant her whole time here at YSU. But I want to also highlight, you mentioned she had medal honors in Valentina Pena Anaya. She also won the Horizon League Women's Golfer of the Week they announced on Thursday. So that's just, she's helping this team as well, and they've just been dominant.
Prajapanic actually also has a program record 9 individual career wins. And in the round where she placed 1st overall, she actually only was 6 strokes over par with a score of 72, 75, 74 for a total score of 210 when the par was 72. She's been killing it.
Although we also have to remember this is a team effort, and a lot of different people go into this. And the stroke difference between men's and women's is so tight. They are performing to the best of their ability. There's only a 21 stroke difference between the highest and the lowest men, and there's a 30 stroke difference between the highest and lowest women's player. We have amazing teams right now, and I think that we definitely have what it takes to score well going into the finals here.
I agree. They've just been, both teams have looked great here, especially ramping up as of late. It's when it matters most is late in the year, and they've both looked to be those teams you hoped they would be. You have some top players for both teams. Niranuch Prajapanic. The men, you have, what was it? Junior Michael Porter. So just, they've been great, and they hope to continue being so. Speaking of a team that's been great as of late, a 15-goal performance with hat tricks from senior Allie Garrett, sophomore Claire Benziger, and freshman Molly Brooks allowed the Youngstown State University women's lacrosse team to defeat Detroit Mercy University on April 4th, 15-7. The victory broke a 3-game losing streak for the Penguins as they improved to 2-2 in Mid-American Conference play. Junior Mackenzie Flanagan set a new single-season program record with 44 ground balls. Against the Titans, she had 7. In the conference, Flanagan now ranks 2nd in ground balls per game and Benziger recorded her second hat trick this season, while Brooks recorded the first of her collegiate career. The Penguins then recorded back-to-back victories for the first time this season with a 13-11 victory over Duquesne University on April 8th. This marks the first time in program history the Penguins defeated the Dukes. Up next, YSU returns to Farmers National Bank Field to resume conference play against Central Michigan on April 11th, with first draw set for noon. I think it'll be streamed live on YouTube. We've talked about her, but we've talked about some lack of success really for this lacrosse team at the start of the season. As of late, as we mentioned, they're picking up. What have you guys seen?
I've seen, it's really simple. At the start of the season, we said, get Claire Benzinger help. We did, and now we're winning games. We've got more names that we can mention now. We've got Brooks, and we've got Flanagan, who's second in the MAC in ground balls. And we've got 3 games left in the season, and she set a program record with 44. We got Claire Benzinger help. We needed help on offense, and we needed help on defense. We got it, and now we're winning.
I mean, obviously, yeah, you know that Benzinger, Flanagan, and Allie Garrett are also like the biggest playmakers here for this team. I really think that especially they have contributed a lot, turning this around and taking this loss streak into something that might have a little bit more potential going into the future of the season. Going into the stats, I know that you have been following this team a lot closer. Where do we fall in terms of like the MAC conference?
I mean, right now we're sitting 5th in the standings overall, so we're near the bottom-ish, but that's because we played some hard teams. We started off with very hard opponents, and it's also a young team. You had a new first-year young head coach as well. Didn't have too much experience like as a head coach at a big program. So she's been able to work this team. They've built camaraderie. They've built chemistry. And as the years gone by, you've been able to see it in these games. And that's the reason now 3-10 after being winless for multiple weeks there. And, yeah, it's just in that Duquesne win, they scored 6 goals in the fourth quarter to come back and win that 13-11. And that just shows the grit that team has. And I think with 3 conference games left to go in the MAC, they're going to be good.
I think without a doubt. Well, do you have anything else?
Nope. I'm just really happy that we're winning now as a lacrosse team. It's great that we got her help.
Winning always is great, and we hope to talk more about it next time on the Penguin Panel. I'm Will Anderson.
I'm Jordan Bond.
And I'm Will Staton.
See ya.
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.